Okay, let's get started. Hello guys, welcome to the webinar. And it's me again, Katrina Tang, the product manager of ZYCOO. And thanks for your coming today. Hope you can get some inspirations for your own business. So I held a webinar in yesterday, and it's for the unified IP audio solution for sales. And today we will held another webinar like the unified IP audio solution for engineers. So today's agenda will include the training section, and after the training section, it will be the Q&A part. So to enhance the experience of the webinar of every customer, so I will mute everyone. So if you have any questions, when we finish the training section, you can feel free to ask me anything, or you can leave some questions on the comment area during I was talking. So when we finished the training section, I'll get through every question one by one. So let's start. Today's contents will include the following 6 parts. I will give a quick overview of the solution, and next I'll tell you how to install our softwares and how to finish the quick setup or some configuration for the center or endpoints or the operating softwares. So let's have a look at the IP audio solution. So our IP audio solution is consisting of 3 parts. One of them is SIP server, which is the core and the engine of the whole solution. So it's in charge of the calculation and the processing. So it's some kind of the human brain, like every data and information they are gathering here, and the SIP server like the brain to give some instructions. And the SIP clients are some kind of the terminals like the microphone or intercom or IP cameras or some other speakers. And they can perform some functions like play music or to deliver the broadcasting. And the operating softwares are the softwares we development, such as the client software dispatch console or some apps like audio config app or something else. And for the advantages of our IPPA system is that we can support the third-party system compatibility. So in the market, like most manufacturers, they sell the speakers only or intercoms only or some softwares only, but we can provide like the all-in-one solution for the customers. So we can provide like a system with everything in it, and we can also provide some compatibility with the third-party speakers only if they are SIP enabled. So we can like add the third-party speakers or something else into our system. And also you can add our speakers like into their system too. So in the market, it's not very common. So only we can do that. So that's the reason why customers choose us. And also we can do some VMS integration, like we can add our ZCAE terminals like into the third-party VMS platforms via the on-wave protocol. So with this, you can just don't use the ZCAE softwares or servers. So you can use the combined solution. And also we can do some IoT sensors or relay connection. So I think that's very comprehensive, and we can meet all kinds of demands of the customers. And let me explain the relationship between the three parts, like the SIP server. It's a responsibility for the administrator, and administrators, they are in charge of this part. So they have the highest priority. And some API interface is provided by the SIP server to the operating softwares. So this part, operators will be in charge of this part, and they can perform some features, some operations to the clients. The clients means the terminals, they need to be registered into the SIP server for the centralized management. So according to the relationship of the three roles, we can divide our products like into three types of product, like the SIP server or softwares and SIP clients. And our unified IP audio solution is quite suitable for these industries, including in the healthcare, in the hotel or shopping center, or urban development, education, manufacturing, public transportation, and office building. So in part 2, I will introduce how to download and install the ZYCOO softwares. So first software is the IP Audio Center. It's a graphic interface of the hardware server. So it can be like installed on cloud server or virtual machine or on-premise server. And the max number of the endpoints registrations will be like up to 4,000. So you can manage like 4,000 terminals like in one system. And that's quite amazing. So we have two methods to download the IP Audio Center software. And the first one is you can choose the ISO file to install. Like you can download the latest ISO file provided by our support team, and to download it into the USB and plug the USB driver into the server. So you can finish some settings like the BIOS or UEFI. So after that, you can use the IP Audio Center software for good. And also you can choose the online installation. You can install the Docker and Docker Compose on the host server and add ZYCOO private Docker repository and to download the whole project. So you can use the IP Audio Center. And for some softwares like Dispatch Console, Dispatch App, and ZCAE tool audio config app, we can for the two client softwares like Dispatch Console and ZCAE tool, you can download them from ZYCOO's official website. And these two products are available on Windows and Mac OS system. And for the apps, you can download them from the Google Play or Apple Store. And they are available both on Android system and iOS system. So next, I will show you how to do the quick setup for the IP Audio Center. And first, you need to log in to the IP Audio Center. Wait a second, I will switch my screen and show you the demonstration. So first, you need to open up your browser. You can choose the Google browser, and you need to put into the IP address of the IP audio center. So the default IP address of one port will be like 192.168.1.100, and the default IP address of LAN port will be like 192.168.10.1000. So, but let's take this website, this IP address for an example. So before the login, you need to like put into the username and password for the verification of your identity. So the default username and password will be both admins. Sorry, it will be admin. And next, login. So as you can see, here's the main interface of the IP audio center, and you can see some data here, like some registration status. Here are some device info here, like SIP number or device name and IP address and the register status. And also we can show the dashboard of the IP audio center. So if you are the first time to log into the IP audio center, the status of the license info will be inactivated. So you need to like upload your license here, and then the status will change. And for the software one, we have like 45 days, like for the free trial period. So for this time, you can experience the IP audio center software like for free. And as you can see here, shows the storage of the IP audio center. So when the status of the storage become full, you need to like it will like cover all the data, and the data like in some period sometimes before will be like recovered. And in this area, it shows the system version like the uptime and some software version. And next, we need to like create the SIP account, navigate the audio device and SIP account here. So here are some SIP accounts already, like I created them before. So let's take an example, like you can set the SIP number and the password for the login credentials. So I guess I will put 999 here, which is my lucky number. And the password will be like, I will set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for easier password for the demonstration. But if you are using the system, so you can put some more complicated one. And if you want to assign this SIP number, SIP account to a video device like the EIVO5 or some other product, and you want to use the video call feature, so you need to enable the video. And the codecs we can support like G.722 and some other codecs here. So different terminals can with different codecs, and if the settings here are not matching with the terminals itself, and if you don't enable the codecs or the codec is not matching for the terminal itself, the feature cannot be performed and the device cannot work for good. So I recommend you like enable all of these codecs. And for the transportation protocol here, we usually select the UDP here, but in some areas like in the Middle East or in Dubai, they use the transportation protocol like TCP here. So you need to make sure the transportation protocol is matching for the protocol you are using for your area. So I guess I need to submit. And after you submit, you need to apply it. So don't forget. And after we created the SIP accounts, next we need to like add some device here. So we need to choose the device type. Here are the paging device, the intercom device, the IP phone, camera, microphone, and some other device type. So I'll take the EIVO5 intercom for an example. So I need to choose the intercom device here. And I'll give it a name, like Katrina's EIVO5. And give it a label like it's intercom. And the allow live PA need to be enabled if you want the real-time live paging. So if you don't enable this feature, this button, the live paging cannot be performed. And next, we need to assign the device here with the SIP number we just created. I guess there's no SIP number I just created. I'll just go back to check. Okay, I will change this SIP number. So the SIP number of the device we just added need to be like matched for each other. And we have some other device type here, like paging device or IP phone. We can like add some other third-party IP cameras like into our system. For example, you can choose the camera and give it a name and put into the RTSP address of the camera. And the RTSP address will be provided in the manual. And also we can like connect the IP cameras and with the EIVO5. The EIVO5 can pull up the stream of the IP camera. So for example, we have created the EIVO5 for the intercom device. And I'll choose the video terminal here. Like we can choose the two cameras here, like Katrina's camera I just created like before. And when the cameras and the intercom, they are in the same network, you don't have to like enable the active push. But if they are not in the same network, you need to enable this, or you will not put up the stream of the IP camera. So let's submit. So I've already assigned the SIP number 999 into the Katrina's EIVO file. And also we can like create some labels to distinguish the devices. Like you can navigate settings and labels here to add some labels like IP phone. And you can give it an icon like this and apply it. So for this feature, we can distinguish all the devices and for better management. And next, we need to create the dispatch user for the dispatch console. Like you can navigate the settings and dispatch users here. We've already have like 2 dispatch users here, and they can be in charge of some devices and some areas. And next we need to like add a new one. Like I can give a name like Katrina and a username will be 1 2 3 4 5 6, and address, phone number, they are not required. And next we need to give the permissions of the dispatch user. So if you give the permission of the safe paging, Katrina can do the safe paging, the real-time live paging to the areas she is in charge of. And if you don't give her this permission, she cannot like perform the feature. And we have like 6 permissions here for safe paging: one-click alarm, intercom, schedule tasks, and background music, and external calls. So make sure you give the dispatch user some permissions here. And we also have the access level, which is the priority control. So we have like 12 levels here, and 1 is the highest and 12 is the lowest. So the dispatch user with higher level as a manager or supervisor, they can like interrupt the operations of the dispatch users with lower level. So if A is the dispatch user with like 12 or 10 level, and Katrina is the dispatch user with 1 level, so she can like interrupt all the operations of A. And also they can do some IP telephony features like spy or split or barge. So Katrina can like spy the call of the A's and do some other IP telephony features. So I will give the highest priority for Katrina. And the group management means the groups she can be in charge of, like all terminals or zone A or zone B. Like we can give her all the terminals for management. And the IP phone number will be the master phone for the operators. So like the M100 dispatch console or some other IP phones. So you can like one dispatch user can have so many IP phone numbers here. She can like choose over one IP phone number here, but one master IP phone number can only be assigned to one dispatch user, but one dispatch user can select more than one master phone. So I will select these numbers. And we have the ring strategy, like you can, in some situation, you have more than one IP phone. So you can make them to ring all in the same time, or you can ring it by one. And we can choose the ring duration, like 2 seconds or 3 seconds. It's up to your demands. And we need to submit. And apply the configuration. So next, we need to create the group. Group can be some areas or some kind of business type. So navigate the audio device and groups. And we already have some groups here, and we can add a new one. You can give it a group number here and give it a name like Katrina's zone. And you can select like more than one dispatch user to be in charge of this area. So I guess I would choose Katrina here. And if you didn't create any dispatch users before for this area, it will be empty. And the dispatch user, like we select the Katrina here, she will be in charge of this area, so she can perform all the devices in this area. And next, we need to choose the paging mode. We have simplex or duplex. And if in this group or in this area, they have the requirement of like two-way intercom, you need to like select the duplex. So if you choose the simplex, you can only perform the one-way communication. And also you can like do some volume adjustment, like the paging. When the paging is performed, you can like adjust the volume. And next, you need to assign the devices into these areas. So I guess we can select them all into this group and apply it. So next, we need to like turn into the other side of the device. We just created the Katrina's EI VO5, and we need to turn into the web GUI of EI VO5 to finish the configuration. So next, we need to put into the IP address of EI VO5. And if you have the DHCP switch, and you can connect the EI-VO5 with the switch, and it can get the IP address from DHCP switch. And you can press the reset button for over 5 seconds, and it will broadcast the IP address like automatically. So I'll take this for example. Like put into the IP address, and then you need to put the username and password for login credentials, and the default one will be admin. And we can support some language change here. So like you can choose the English or simplified Chinese and the traditional one for Chinese. So let's log in. And after you log into the web GUI of the EIVO5, you can test the components of the EIVO5. Like in navigate the maintenance and test, we can see some test buttons for like in this area. For this, you can test the speaker of the EIVO5 if it's working for good. And after you press the button, you can hear the sound of the EIVO5. Let's stop it. And you can like test some other components here too, like for the microphone loop and some relay test. So when the EIVO5 is connected with the something like alarm light, when you press the test, like it will, the alarm light will go on. So next, we can also change the IP address of the device, like navigate the advanced, sorry, not in this system, and network. And you can see the network mode for now is the DHCP. We can like change it into the static IP, and we can like change the IP address and the gateway. So I will not change it because if I change the IP address and submit, the device will like reboot immediately. So you can like try it yourself by yourself. So we have finished all the configuration like of the SIP server for the SIP accounts. So we need to match the configuration for the SIP server, like in the device web GUI. So we have like 3 SIP accounts here, and so this means the device can be registered like into 3 SIP server. And let's take this for example. And before I do the configuration, you can, as you can see, the SIP status of the EIVO5 can be configured. So when we finish the configuration, the status will be like changing automatically. So we need to finish the basic configuration, and some things are required here, like SIP server. For this, we need to like copy the IP address of the SIP server and paste it. And the default SIP port will be 5060. So if you choose the cloud server, we do recommend you change the SIP port to avoid the conflict. And the user ID will be the SIP number we just created. So you need to make sure the user ID is the same with the SIP number. And the password will be the SIP account we just created. And here we have a password. So they need to be matched for like both 2 sides, and we can like enable the auto answer. And for this, enable integration with ZYCOO IP Audio Center, and we need to enable this one and activate this one, because if you don't enable these buttons, so you will not see the speakers or the EIVO5 like on the dispatch console. And Next, we need to like make sure the transportation protocol is like the same with the SIP server. So I guess we chose the UDP before. So for this web GUI, we need to select the UDP. And also we can like enable the keep alive. So if we enable this feature, the EIVO5 can be sending the packages like in some time and submit all the configuration. So let's go back to the device info here, and as we can see, the SAFE status changed now, so it's registered. And also we can check the SAFE status like in the IP audio center. So let's get back to the IP audio center, and in the register status here, as we can see, the SAFE status become okay. So that means it's registered into the server. So for the settings of the EIVO5, I will introduce some advanced setting here, like IO settings. And for example, we have key settings here and sensor settings and relay control. So for the key action, EIVO5 has one key like on the surface of the device. So we can set the feature of this button. So we can choose outgoing call or HTTP request or play audio. So if you choose the outgoing call, you can like call some other SAFE accounts. Like it can be some other intercoms, or it can be the master phone, or it can be some speakers with the call button. So in this area, I'll put 1001 is the master phone, and we can choose the outgoing call line. Like we can choose go through with the master SIP account or some other two SIP accounts or P2P account. And we can like enable the press again to end the call. So you press the EIVO5 button for one time, so it will trigger the call to 1001. And you press it again, it will end the call. And we can also use the button on the EIVO5 to trigger some task, dial number task on the dispatch console. So we can create some dial number task on dispatch console, like the codec will be 99. So in this area, so we can set the codec as star 11199. So the 99 will be the codec to trigger the dial number task on the dispatch console, and we add the 111 in front of the 99. So once you press the button, it will trigger the task like on the dispatch console. Maybe the speakers in the all areas or in some areas will play some music or do some announcement. So it's up to your configuration. And so the configuration is for the outgoing call. And if you choose the HTTP request, so we can put some API URL like in this area. Like you can put some other speakers API like in this area. Like let's take an example. So I guess every speakers they have the API settings like in this area. And as you can see, we have outgoing call API and some other start to play API. So we can copy the API here, URL, and to paste it like in this area. And after you submit all the configuration and you press the button on the EIVO5, it will trigger the SC10 speaker to play some audio. And also you can like make some IP phones or master phone to call somebody else. So once you press the button and entered the outgoing call API here, and once you pressed the EIVO5 will trigger the master phone to call somebody else. And for the play audio, you can choose the audio file, like you can choose bells and give it a repeat time. So once you press the button, the EIVO5 will play the bells music here, and it will repeat like 3 times. And for sensor settings, it's for the connection of the sensor detection. So something like smoke detectors or fire detectors. So we can receive the digital signal here, and we can choose the trigger mode. Like we have 2 modes here. The falling edge or rising edge. So once we receive some signal, digital signal like the falling edge or the rising edge, and you can trigger some specific operations, like you can dial a number like automatically. So we can put the master phone number here and the same configuration with this step. So if you like finish all the configuration like this, when the smoke detector detected the something like smoke, and the EIVO5 will call the 1001 automatically. So you can report that there's something abnormal, and or you can trigger the audio to playback. Like you can choose some audio here, and once the smoke detector detected something, and it sent a signal like the falling edge to the EIVO5, and EIVO5 will play the bells music like automatically. And for the relay control here, we can like connect it with something like alarm light, and we can make the alarm light to go on or go flashing, go like in this area, like fast flashing or slow flashing. And this flashing can be triggered by the input signal, which will be the sensor detection for this area. Like if it sends the falling edge signal to the EIVO5, and it can like make the alarm light to go on or go fast flashing. And also it can like triggered by the DTMF signal. So like when the EIVO5 is connected with the door magnet switch, and you can like have a 2-way communication with the security personnel, and during the call, after they confirmed your identity, and they can like put some codec here, like like 1.99, and the like imagine one situation, you are in front of the door and you don't have any keys. You can like call the security personnel, and after they confirmed your identity, they can type some codex like 1*99 that like on their master phone, and then the door will be opened like remotely. And also the status of the alarming light can be triggered by the call status. So we have some event here like outgoing or incoming or both or answered or hang up. So when somebody called the EAVO5 and the status of the EAVO5 will be like incoming, so it can like make the alarm light to go on or go slow flashing. Or you can choose some other event like incoming call or some outgoing call. And also you can like set the duration here to make the alarm light go on for 6 seconds or more, and submit. So we have a lot of products like speakers and external paging gateway and some other intercoms. They have the configuration of I/O settings. So the I/O settings configuration will be like exactly the same with some other products. So I don't need to show the configuration like one by one. And for the products, we can support some features like multicast. You can navigate the functions here and the multicast to enable the feature. So this feature can be used for the serverless mode. So in this situation, you don't need to use the SIP server of ZYCOO or some other things. You just need to use the M100 dispatch console here. And you need to like put into the multicast address and the multicast port here. And they need to be the same with the address and the port of the operating master phones, like M100. So, or you can like rename this feature. You can make it like background music or outgoing call or something else. And you can also make the alarm light to go on or go flashing. So when the speakers, they are in the same multicast address and they received some instructions from the master phone, and they can like make the alarm light to go on like automatically. So we have some other similar features with the multicast like P2P. Navigate the SIP settings and P2P account. So the difference between the P2P and multicast will be the P2P will be one by one, one to one, and for the multicast, it can be the one to many. So the how does the multicast work? It's some kind of, it will forward the copies files of the audio to many destinations and for multiple devices. And if the devices, they are listening to the same multicast address, So when the port is matching for each other, so they can like open up the channel to receive the packages. But in the multicast mode, they will not like send the package like back to the SIP server. And how does the P2P work? Like it's peer-to-peer, and once you know the destination of some other device, and you can like send packages like to each other to make them call each other. So you need to like enable this one, and this one is for another verifying the identity of the device. So we can give it a number here, like 1, 2, 3, and open up the auto answer and activate this feature and submit. So we have finished all the configuration and quick setup for the IP audio center and some devices. So let's move on and like open the dispatch console here. Let me log out. Give me a second. I'll switch my screen. So first we need to like log in. We need to put into the IP address of the SIP server. It will be this IP address, and we just created a dispatch user named Katrina here and put the password and to log in. So as you can see, here is the main panel of the dispatch console, and we can like manage and do some operations for the terminals here. And here are some icons of the dispatch console. Like here are some icons I created before. So if you are the first time to log in and you didn't create any labels in this area, it will show the default icons here. And these icons are for the distinguish of the different device. Like you can click the speaker and it will filter the speakers only and some other intercom or IP phone. And we also have the paging zones like all terminals and Katrina's room. So one dispatch user can like be in charge of many paging zones, more than one. And also if you click the icon like for twice, and all the terminals in this area will be chosen, and click again, the devices will like be unchosen. So we are supporting the devices call each other like in one the same area. So we don't support the call like cross the zones. And in this area, we can see the status of all the terminals, like it's working for good, or it's like busy, or it's error or offline. And also we can like filter them, like click. And on the video intercom, this area, it can show the you can put up the streams of the cameras here. Like, for example, sorry, give me a second. I'll switch the screen. So as we can see, we have two camera here. Like it's in the hallway and some other things. And the windows can be 1 by 1, or 2 by 2, or 3 by 3, or 4 by 4. So the max numbers of the streams pulling up will be 16 streams. And let's demonstrate some operations here. So we can choose some speakers to like play some music, and we didn't create some music player here, so we need to create the playlist first. Let's get into this area, and here are the music player, and you can like choose the playlist and to choose play them like in order or shuffle, or to like by repeat, or you can like choose the devices here to play and to stop it. And we can also upload some music here. You can like upload the music you like in this area, and it will save the music as a file here, and you can in this area to select the files. And also you can use the TTS, text to speech, like we can put hello here and convert. Sorry, I guess there's something wrong, but in most situation the function is working for good. So, and we can also record some message here and save it as the file. And in this area, we can like choose the file, like the TTS, or choose some other music and save it. So we have 3 music files here. And for the emergency files, also the same configuration with the music collection. So you can like, here are the alarm player, and also you can like upload the alarming audio and to do the TTS or record a message or something else. And let's perform the music playback. You can choose the speakers and to like play Katrina's playlist, and they will play the music like of the music playlist. So the voice is kind of low here, so it stopped. And for the TTS, we can support the Google TTS engine, so we have the ability to do the TTS like in Spanish or in some other language. But Google will charge this feature, so if you want to achieve some TTS feature in some other language, we need to do the joint and maybe some external charging. And we can also like do the live paging. And also we can play some alarming music here. Like, so the phone is running for now because I clicked the page icon here, and let me stop all the configuration. And also we can invite some speakers like into the meeting. So the meeting feature is actually the same with the feature of the IP telephony. So we can like invite some speakers here, and we can like kick them out or mute them or unmute them. So let's kick them out. And also in this panel, we can like adjust the volume of the speakers, like to select a volume here. And next, I'll demonstrate the dispatch task. So we can support like 3 types of task. Sorry, give me a second. So in the task list, we can like there's some task we just created before, like in the list, and the status of the task will be like inactivated. So we can create some new task here, like we can give a name like 1 and trigger it by immediately, and select the music. And also we can choose some other file like TTS or record a message or alarm audio. And we can choose the play mode into the default order or shuffle or by times. And we can give it a volume like 40. And next, we can like make some speakers to perform the task, like the EIVO5 I just created. And it will play the music like immediately. So like we can also like to create some other task like by timetable, and I'll give it a name. So I guess I can choose the type as for once off or by repeat. We can like, so I'm in the office now, I can like select the date, like the whole month, and select the time from 9 a.m. and to 6 p.m. And we can also choose some days to play the task. Like we can select Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and on the weekends, and to unclick the Saturday and Sunday. And next, I'll like choose the music file and to play it by shuffle and give it a volume, and make this device to play. And also we can create some dial number task, like I just talked about it before, like I give it the codec like *99. So after you finish the configuration, you can like use the IP phone or some other master phone like M100 to type in the *99 to trigger this task. Oh, I guess the number will be the codec. And select the music playlist or something else, and like I want it to play for 3 times, and give it a volume. And then I select the device I created, and it will triggered by the dial number. So the list of today will show the task will be triggered like within today, or the being triggered like by today, and the status will be completed. And here are the logs of the task, so we can see the task name and when the trigger method and the status. And we also have the alarm list. So all the alarm message will be like reported to the dispatch console, and we can confirm them or we can just leave them. So like we can see the alarm type and the time and who initiate this alarming and the event and the status. And we can also see some device errors here, so we can report them or we can like confirm them. And here are some informations we just ignored. And for the main panel, we have some other features of the IP telephony, but I didn't add any IP phones here, so the buttons cannot be clicked. But we can like call the IP phones and also like intercom, or to batch the call or split the call or monitor the voice or whisper. So the features are the same as the IP telephony because we can provide the combination of PBX and PA system. And let's get into the settings of this area, so we can like choose the theme of the dispatch console, like the dark and or the bright, and we can choose the language. We have some languages here and some advanced settings. We have some other dispatch app, so you can like download it from Google Play or Apple Store. So once you like download the app and you need to register or log in, so you can scan the QR code here. And we can like give this project a name like Katrina's panel, and it will be shown like in this area. So you can like customize any name here. And we can support some TTS engines like iFlyTech or Google here. So it's up to your choice. So I guess that's all we have today.